Welcome to the second module in the remote teaching course, and today's session will be about pre-recorded lessons. The module will cover the following aspects. We'll look at which platform is right for you. What is asynchronous learning? You'll find that there's a lot of jargon around remote teaching and emergency teaching and delivering online instruction. And hopefully I'll break some of that jargon down so you're very familiar with these terms. Finally, what are the benefits and limitations of the different platforms? So you are in a really good position to make the best choice that's right for you, that's right for your teachers and your pupils. So firstly, we'll begin with asynchronous learning. In the first session, we looked at what synchronous learning is, and we'll look at its direct opposite. So if you consider it, to use one of my football analogies again, consider it as a pre-recorded football match or any sports game. So the game is not live, you are not watching it live, you are watching a pre-recorded version of the live game. I could watch that at any time. With the billions of people in the world, we could all be watching this at various times. I can pause it when I want to use the bathroom. I can pause it if I want to go and get a snack. So this is why we call it asynchronous, because the whole experience is not synchronized. And we can describe it as an individual experience where participants engage in the event in their own time. So your learners with a pre-recorded lesson, they could watch that at midnight or they could watch it at 8 a.m. It's completely up to them. Once that resource has been uploaded, it can be accessed at any time for as long as you have kept it live on the internet. So we'll look at what some of the platforms that are available. I'll be sharing with you my first-hand experience. So I'll be speaking from quite an informed perspective, and I've been able to experiment with a number of platforms and really kind of get to grips with their features. So hopefully hearing about my experience will put you in a really good position to make the best choice for you. So let's consider the first resource that you could use for pre-recorded lessons, which is Loo. We'll look at OBS Studio, that's another resource. We'll also look at YouTube. So if we start with YouTube and what some of the features are here. This is something that I've used before and it's very easy. You can upload your videos as long as you have your own YouTube account. So for example, you might want to set a YouTube account up as an entire school. So rather than having individual teachers create YouTube channels, you can have one as a school where everybody has access to that, and you can create playlists. So you could have a geography playlist, a math playlist, and for any faculty that you so wish. You must have a YouTube account, and it's just a simple upload of the video. Engagement. I found engagement to be pretty good actually. With my own YouTube channel, I uploaded a number of videos for general paper as well as English and things around critical thinking. And what's good is that you can track the number of times that it has been viewed. So you can see how many people are engaging with it. And if you go into the back end, you've got YouTube Analytics. You can see where people are watching it. You can tell if people are watching it outside of the organization. So you can tell how far-reaching your resources are. And there are some other features as well that allow you to track the number of hours that it's been watched. So you can see who's repeating it, who's pausing it, and these kinds of things. So you can really track engagement. Also, there are a number of, I would say, little tips and tricks where you could increase engagement. So for example, you could have a link in the descriptions box and that link could be to a quiz. So one of the things that I did is in the description box, I had a link to a Google form that got kids to complete an exit ticket. So then I was able to further engage pupils with some links. You can ask students to leave comments. You could have the video as unlisted, so only people with the link can watch it. So you could either make it public or make it unlisted. It's completely up to you. However, comments are disabled if you list the video as suitable for under 18, so suitable for children essentially. You will notice that on any YouTube video, if it's listed as suitable for children, comments are automatically disabled. So that's something that you need to be aware of. If you do want students to leave comments, make sure you list it as suitable for adults. You also have a number of other features in YouTube. So you've got YouTube sound effects. If you go into YouTube Studio, you can overlay music. So it just creates a little bit more engagement. As you know, we're working with young people and we need to try various techniques and hooks, if you like, so that it becomes engaging. They're used to engaging with material that's very interactive, is very sensory, shall we say. So as well as being stimulating in terms of visuals, it's also stimulating in terms of the auditory content. So I would recommend that you have a tinker with some of those features in the studio. If you are creating a YouTube channel, I would recommend that you promote the subscription, and by doing this, they get notified when a new video is out. So if there's a little bell icon, and if they click the bell icon, then it notifies them every time a new video is out. So you don't have to send an email saying, new history video up, new maths video is up. It just automatically notifies them. You want to automate as much as possible with these platforms so you don't have to either overload inboxes with emails or have somebody responsible for just sending out notifications when new things are uploaded. So we'll look at Loom. Again, this is something that I have used. I came into Loom quite late actually, but I found it a very good resource. So what is it? Loom is basically a screen recording app that you can download onto your personal computer, and it records the audio, it records your slide decks, it records worksheets, whatever is on your screen, it will record. And one of the things that's good about Loom is that it's really easy to use. It's a plug and play, really. The buttons are simple: record, stop. So hugely simple. You can set it up so it automatically uploads to YouTube, which is great. Or what you can do is just download the video once you've recorded it and upload it to YouTube yourself. So again, it's a very, very simple piece of technology that's quite effective. And when you're recording your screen, you can have the option where there's a little circle with your face, so it's recording you, it's using your webcam. That's if you want to do a voiceover and you also want your image projected. If not, you can disable that feature, so it's just your screen. I know there are many teachers who are quite uncomfortable with having their face on the screen. So you can easily disable that. Student access. So you can send them the link to your Loom video. Again, you can upload it on YouTube. It's really simple for students to access Loom videos. And I've found that they enjoy the Loom videos actually. They engage quite well with them. Some of the features, again, as I mentioned before, you can upload these videos into YouTube Studio, and then you can overlay music, you can put a voiceover on, you can put sound effects. Not that you probably want to put sound effects for the lessons, that's unnecessary, but there's the option if you wanted to add a bit of fun or something. I used Loom for recording the Leavers video. So I recorded an official goodbye for the entire school and I used Loom for that, and I found it ultra simple to use. Again, if anybody would like more information on how to use that technology, you have my email address from the first module, so please feel free to contact me. We'll look at OBS Studio. OBS Studio, ease of use. I would say this is perhaps the simplest screen recording app or piece of technology I have used. What can I say about OBS? It's just ultra simple. It's really, you download the app and click of a button, you record, click another button to stop. The features, I would say one of its downsides is that it's very limited. So balanced with that simplicity and ease of use is the limitations of the features. You can't splice anything, you can't trim the video to get rid of the ugly bits that you don't want anybody to see, or any lead-in time with you clicking buttons and things like that. You can't do that with OBS. You can do that in Loom, however. That's something that I did forget to mention. And that's one of the great features of Loom. You can actually trim your video. So usually when you do a screen recording, you've got that, I don't know, 10 seconds where you're uploading your slide deck and you're having to click the thumbnail and you're having to click the tab and then you're having to click present. You can get rid of all of that in Loom, but you cannot in OBS. All of that kind of fluff will be in there. So as long as you're happy to have that in there and you're not necessarily looking for a polished video, I would say use OBS. I would say this is really good for people who don't want to play around with technology. They don't want to get bogged down by the different features involved, and this is the first time that they're trying screen recordings. I would say I would advise this for those teachers. We'll look at QuickTime Studio. So firstly, the users. Who can use this? Anybody can use it, but it's of particular ease for Mac users because it comes with Mac. It's pre-installed software with Mac iOS devices. So if you're a PC user, you would then need to download this particular software. And I think some of the features will be different. I'm not quite sure, but if you are a Mac user, you will have this pre-installed. Again, really easy to use. And some of the features around QuickTime is that you can just record audio. So if you wanted to record, I don't know, just a lecture with your voice, that's fine. You can record just your screen with no voice if you just wanted the PowerPoint to run through, or you could record the screen and audio, or you could record yourself as a movie. So it's got several options here. I find this a very good piece of software to use because it's easy and it contains your essential features for creating good quality video. The sound is good. Another feature is that you can trim your video. So again, if you want to neaten up bits of the video, the ending, the beginning, you can do that. So QuickTime is a very good resource to use. These are just some of the platforms that you can use for pre-recorded lessons. I hope this module was useful and that you feel informed enough to make some kind of educated decision about which platform you will use for pre-recorded lessons. Please stay tuned for the third module in the series. I'm really excited about delivering motivation during online learning. This is perhaps one of the most important aspects of remote learning. with students being in all manner of places and not under our care and not physically present, it's important that we really think about some innovative ways that we can engage them and motivate them during that period. Stay tuned for Module 3.